Welcome back to the Frozen Form podcast. I'm your host, Nathan DaCosta, along with my co-host, Alex Nagy. And last night, man, we had one hell of a game. Game 3 in Montreal. Once again, another game where the emotions were flying, both as a fan and as a player on the ice. Oh my goodness. But Alex, how are you doing?
Nathan. What a game. What
Game.
did I watch last night?
That
Wow.
was the first time where I really feel like we dominated.
I gotta pull up, I can't pull it up on my laptop, so I can't show you. If you take a look at my heart rate graph last night, I'm pretty sure my resting heart rate while hockey was on the screen was like 120. Like I was lying down, and I was checking because my Apple Watch tracks it. It's like, and so I was like, oh, it'd be really interesting because I feel like my heart rate is super high right now. And I went on to it, and it was like, your heart rate is 104. You've been lying down for 20 minutes. It's like, okay, that's good.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
No, what a game though. And it was a lot closer on the score sheet than it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we got 3 breakaways we didn't score on. We get like those. I mean, like Cole Caulfield has a breakaway, man. Like
I know, man. And then it's a lot of pressure. It's understandable. At least
I mean, look, Vasi's just that guy, right?
he's got the aura.
He'll make the saves on the breakaway so that you can score later and win in overtime. It's fine. Take it.
Yeah, we'll take
But,
that
like,
all day.
Wow. What a game.
What a game indeed. My goodness. The scoring getting opened by Texier with a shot like that. Texier.
I mean, that pass, man.
Texier might be my first star. It's either Lane Hudson or Texier, but Texier had an
Whoa.
absolute game yesterday.
Give me Doc. I'm taking Doc first star, man.
I know, it's kind of hard to pick. But
Give me Doc.
between Texier, Hudson, and Doc, those are the 3 stars.
For sure. I mean, Jakub Dobeš had a pretty good game, and no problem with what he was doing. Mike Matheson gave me
Oh my God, bro. My heart was palpitating every time he had the puck.
That one, you know what? We used to say a lot about Mike Matheson, and we haven't been saying a lot about Mike Matheson this year, and that's good for Mike Matheson. That means that he's being a defenseman, because defenseman really, unless you're Lane Hudson and you're like the offensive demon that Lane Hudson is, right? Like you don't want your name to be said in media in general. Mike Matheson, that was I don't know about that game.
It was not his best game by any means.
Not anywhere close.
No.
I thought he looked nervous with the puck.
Yeah, he did. He was nervous. He was also just making one too many moves in the defensive zone every time. It seemed like
He's just trying to do too much, and like
I know. Hopefully he'll get it back together. Maybe he was a little bit nervous in that Bell Center too. It's understandable, but we pulled that win.
I mean, that Bell Center was so loud,
rocking. Oh, my goodness,
Nathan, you could not hear the goal horn.
I know.
I've seen so many videos now where they score, and you don't realize that the horn has been playing until you watch the video back the 3rd time, because you're looking for it, because you're like, wait, when did the horn go? And it went right at the beginning, but you can't hear it. Like, find me, man.
Just chaos.
What an atmosphere to play in. And the way they opened it too. The way they opened that series. Oh my goodness. Yvon Conway comes down with the torch, raises it, boom. The arena is on fire.
I know.
Give me
They do it every time, but it's my favorite tradition. It's so nice.
They do it every time, but I mean, I've only seen Yvon Conway hold a flame in the Bell Center like once, right? Like they did that one. You remember the one where they did like captain to captain to captain to captain, and it was like and they passed it around. And I mean, that was a crazy. That one is the best by far. And since then they've been trying to recreate that magic. Like that's because it's pretty good magic. And every time they do it, it's like, yep, I still feel chills. Like I still got goosebumps.
I know.
Yeah, and then they go from the flames. They go from like the look, we're there's fire everywhere, and then they play "Fix You" by Coldplay, and I'm good. That's man. I didn't even tell you this. I have such a good story for the podcast. The other day, what was it? What was our first game? What was the first game of the series? It was Sunday, yeah?
It was
last Sunday.
Yeah, it was last Sunday.
Last Sunday, I was driving in the afternoon that day, and I played "Fix You" on repeat the entire car ride.
Okay.
Like it was like, and not a short car ride, like an hour and a half drive, and I just had "Fix You" the entire time.
Just
And
mentally prepping for this game.
I was just so dialed, man. Like you hear that da na 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 da na 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 da na na na. Like give it every day. Every day I'm good.
We have to go see that the real fix you in person in the Bell Center. Hopefully second round.
Did you see how much tickets were in the pub last night?
I didn't want to even look, but if I had to guess, probably like $600.
Yeah, you're close actually. Although there's some 100 level tickets that were going for 8.
Okay, we could be talking there.
Could be, man. I'm honestly, I would be good with just being in that square. You know, they kept showing that video
Yeah.
of that square. Like give me that all day.
People online were saying that the Sabres had the best environment, and they did for game one.
Funny.
They had it for game one up until the Habs played last night in Montreal.
Yeah.
But you look at the just the arena inside. The Habs fans are way louder, and then you look at what the viewing party outside of the stadium. The Sabres was pretty good, and then you see the Habs last night. That whole street is packed. You are shoulder to shoulder. You cannot move. And when Lane Hudson gets that goal last night, you just see drinks flying. You see everyone jumping up and down, and you hear the ole, 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 ole. They're just
like
going.
that Hudson goal. Let's talk about that. My goodness.
God. I think
Nathan,
we have to start with Texier, though, on that.
Okay, fine. Look, I thought that Texier, you got to remember. You remember where Texier came from this year?
Actually, no. I was going to say St. Louis, but that's not Texier. That's Bolduc. Where did Texier come from?
Alexandre Texier, I believe, I'm just checking this, was bought out of a contract this year. And then
he was on the Blues.
He was on the Blues, but yeah, his contract was terminated. They bought out the deal. He was home free, and then he came over, signed $1 million contract with the Habs,
and has been lighting it up since.
Look, I mean, this guy not only played a little bit on our first line this year, he just scored the first goal for the Habs in the Bell Center in 2026.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. He opens it. I was more referring to the Texier pass for the Hudson goal, but yes, his first goal, like the first goal of the game by him, was also incredible. That whole line of Texier, Doc, Bolduc was on for every goal last night.
Yeah, they were dominant.
Yep. And that's why they say third and fourth lines, that's what gets you to the cup. Those are the difference maker lines.
Sorry to add, I know we have enough.
And then we have to go to Doc too.
I got a stat for you, man. Do I have a stat for you? I heard this might be a stat. This is a stat. Shutout to Arbor Jacki and Jaden Struble. Against the Tampa Bay Lightning, they have a 100% goals for percentage, which means Tampa has not scored a goal with them on the ice. They have an 81% shots for percentage, expected goals for percentage of 88%. Nathan, among defense pairs in the playoffs who have played more than 20 minutes together, they're first.
Dude, there was a few times last night. Jacki had a lane to skate down. I thought he was going to rip it. I thought he was going to get us the game winner in regulation. He had like 2 or 3 chances in the third period.
They've been insane. I mean, a little bit of it is Marty, right? He's putting them out there in good spots, but I mean, I don't think you can play 26 minutes of. I mean, they've played 26 minutes together through 3 games, so they're playing on average like 9 minutes a game. It's not that much, right? It's not like you can totally line up like 100% goals for percentage, 88% like expected goals for percentage for Jaden Struble and Arbor Jacki. They've been really, really, really good. I keep watching them play. They look really, really, really good.
You look good.
Like, and I don't know what
I got an assist last night on that, Doc.
This is the thing, honestly. So Dobson's 2-week time frame was 2 weeks ago, right? Started 2 weeks ago, and it was said he was going to be reevaluated after 2 weeks. I hope that the Habs can continue being, or can be as dominant as they were last night tomorrow. I hope we can go 3-up in the series, because I guarantee you that Dobson is coming into the lineup if it's a do or die game for the Habs. And so I just think we have to get there, right? We need to get to a spot where we don't need him so that he can rest for the second round, right? So that he can actually like not injure himself more. And because I don't even know who you take out. Like, I don't know, like, do you take out Carrier?
It's gotta be a forward.
like I don't know what you do. But you probably take out Carrier, to be completely honest.
Let's see this. Alexandre Carrier last night. He was on the ice for 23 minutes. Holy. I mean, even through 3 games, like, what do his stats say? Because just looking at his plus minus.
Look, Carrier and Matheson have 100. Carrier and Matheson have 100% goals for percentage. Low sample size, 39% shots for, 38%. I mean, again, they're being put out there for a lot of the defensive stuff. But a 48% expected goals for percentage. Lane's not been very good either. Lane and Caden not been very good.
I mean, if you're looking at the stats, but otherwise they're playing fine.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, obviously they're playing fine. The stats don't say they're playing fine, but Arbor Jacki and Jaden Struble are making the argument that they should be played more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess you would have to get rid of Carrier in that situation. But we've talked
I mean,
about a
I
million different
also
things.
think I also just think that like Caden Gooley shouldn't be playing with Lane Hudson. Like I don't think that's crazy
Who do you
to
put
say.
with Lane?
Like
Matheson?
no, please no. Honestly, like I think Struble and Jacki have been good because they've both been physical. They've both been moving the puck well. I think you can split them up. I don't necessarily think you have to like have them together. So like I want Struble to be paired up with Hudson. If Dobson's back, I want Dobson and Matheson back. I like that pairing. I think in the playoffs they would elevate. I think I just think that Matheson doesn't trust Carrier. So I guess yeah, you would take out Carrier probably, but this is one of those. I actually want 7. Like what are our forwards playing right now? Are all forward lines playing in time?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Like they're actually all. Our forward who plays the least amount of time, or last night, was Kapanen. That's crazy. Bolduc was only on. Oh my god. Bolduc, Doc, and Texier were all on for 11 minutes, and each had 2 points.
What was the line
That's
last night? Because Texier was with Doc and Voldy. But who's on with Demidov? I don't remember. It was Demidov, Newhook, and
Kapanen.
Wait, it was back to Kapanen.
Yeah, that line was pretty quiet. Demidov had a chance in, it was the first or second period, and then after that, I don't think I saw much of him at all.
Demidov, Newhook, and Kapanen. This is why I didn't have the right thing.
All right, let's go back. Let's go back to this game. Let's go back to the overtime laner.
Sorry, we haven't even talked about Lane. Like,
my God, Shea Weber, PK Subban. I don't know what you want to compare him to, but that was a laser of a shot. My God, and you want to talk about traffic? I think when he took that shot, there were 6 bodies in front of Vasi, so he was not seeing anything. What a freaking goal by Lane Hudson. That has to be goal of the first round so far. Like that, I don't think anything comes close to that. 3rd straight game in overtime and just an absolute clapper past.
What was the stat? It was like, this is the 7th series in NHL history that has gone to overtime for the first 3 games of the series.
I didn't know that.
I mean, look, let's talk about Lane Hudson. Lane Hudson, in the regular season, the best player.
The best player.
Hands down. I talked about this, right? According to Evolving Hockey's model for goals above replacement, Lane Hudson, like Lane Hudson being on the ice for the Habs, instead of a replacement level player, added 30 goals for the Habs, which was first in the NHL.
You see that right there?
That's why. And I mean, like, look, he's got what, 2 goals on the series?
Yeah.
He could have had 3. He went off the post with a minute left last game. That was almost a game winner. That's how close he was.
Could be 3-0. Also, we just outplayed them. 17 shots. 17 shots for Tampa, 29 for us. Their first goal by point. I mean, it's their power play. He was also just open right in front of the net. The Hagel goal was a little funky. It was a wobbly puck. Can't blame Dobish for that one. Man, you look at these shots on goal. Just go to overtime. 0 shots for Tampa Bay. 1 shot for Montreal. Bang, bang. That's it.
Hey, look, if you want a great, ad for why guys, should ask out who they like or whatever. It's like, look, the NHL playoffs, game 3, overtime. It's overtime for what? 5 minutes, I think they played. Maybe even less.
I think it was like a minute and a half. It was 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes. 2 minutes of overtime, right? 2 minutes of overtime. What do you need to end the game?
1 single clap bomb by Lane Hudson.
Let's not put that in the ad. We're going to say it's 1 shot. He took 1 shot. Right? And that's all he needed, right?
All you need is Lane Hudson clapping. That's what you need.
Let's not put that in the ad. That's going in the podcast. Okay, Nader, we've talked a lot. It's super early in the morning, but what else what's your last final point that you want to bring up about the game last night?
Honestly, I think we covered everything. I just think going into tomorrow night, our top line, I think the nerves will be a bit simmered down. Once again, Nick Suzuki seems to always be composed in every situation, so Nick Suzuki played fine, but you could see that Slav and Caulfield last night weren't playing like themselves, so I think tomorrow night we'll see them finally be playing how we want to see them play. And then you'll see that the Habs team that can just dominate. Marty said before the game last night, this is the top line on the ice whenever they're on. They just haven't been showing it yet. And I think tomorrow we will actually see it. And you will see the Habs win by at least 2 goals. This game is going to be the first game that doesn't go to overtime.
I like the prediction. I had something to say.
Another thing, I've been talking a lot with my friends who are Sabres fans, and they were comparing last night's Lane Hudson goal to something that the Sabres should be doing, getting bodies in front of Jeremy Swayman. Like, you see how the Sabres win the other night? Because I think this is going to be the matchup. I'm hoping it's the matchup, that it's Sabres-Habs second round. But they just need bodies in front of Swayman, and they're going to keep scoring. They did it twice, and they've scored each time. I don't know why they don't do it more. And also Habs, we need to do it more because you see good things happen. That's all I got to say.
Look, Nathan, I said last night, we had a few friends over. I said last night that I cannot wait until we become the wagon that we're about to become, because my goodness, it is stressful to watch this team right now because they're on the cusp of it. They're not there yet. They're like still building. They're still growing. Like Uri Slavkovsky is 22, Nathan.
We have an average age of average age on the team of, I think, 25 and a half, which is the youngest by a year and a half compared to any other playoff team.
By a year and a half. And like I cannot wait until we are dominating, because my heart will actually be able to like rest and be able to like be calm. Look, I agree with you though. Tomorrow, today, last night, nerves, fine. That's fine. Tomorrow, like, you better believe Tampa's going to come out at the beginning of the game and they're going to try to win a hockey game. Good luck. I don't even know how I would feel if I was Tampa, man. Like you walk into that building and you hear the noise and like, I guess like the only thing I can think of to do if I was on the Tampa Bay Lightning walking in is like pretend that it's for me. And then I would pretend that the noise is for me. I'd be like, oh, look, I'm so hyped. Look at how much you'd have to gaslight you a lot, right? You'd have to gaslight yourself completely. And then you touch the puck and you get booed. And you go, oh, well, that's over. Like you could try, and it's not happening. I like shout out to Montreal fan. I want to say one more thing before we wrap this one up. Kirby Dach had an exceptional game, and everybody was hating on him online, and rightfully so. I think that Dach has actually done a disservice to other people on the Habs, because what he's proved is that if you're a good player, Habs fans can say whatever they want about you on social media, and you're going to go out the next game and prove them wrong. I think the social media is partly responsible for Dach playing so well today.
Bullying works.
Bullying works, everybody. That's my key takeaway of the day. Anyways, okay. Nathan, before you go, I think I got you for just a little bit longer. I'm going to go rapid fire. I want you to say how surprised you are by each of these playoff series. Mm-hmm. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, scale of 1 to 10. How surprised are you that Colorado is beating LA 3-0?
0.
How surprised are you that it's 2-1 Dallas, Minnesota?
0.
How surprised are you that Utah is beating Vegas 2-1? 2 out of 10?
Yeah, okay. I had them winning in 6 games in my bracket.
How surprised are you that Anaheim is beating the Edmonton Oilers 2-1 and Connor McDavid only has 2 points?
I know. That's an 8. I was expecting them to win in 5. The Oilers to win in 5.
We're not all the way around the board. How surprised are you that the Buffalo Sabres are beating the Boston Bruins 2-1?
1. Not surprised.
That Montreal is beating Tampa 2-1?
0.
That the Carolina Hurricanes are about to sweep the Ottawa Senators.
Okay, that's a 7 or an 8. I was expecting Ottawa to be putting up. Everyone, a week ago, everyone was saying this is Canada's team. Everyone online was saying this is Canada's team. They're going to do it. They're an underdog. Forget about that. They're done today.
They're done. It's over. And finally, how surprised are you that Sidney Crosby is going to get swept in the first round?
It's crazy. Man, I thought the Vets would pull it together. I still have faith that they will win. They play today or tomorrow?
Think they play today?
Well, I think they're going to get the job done in game 4.
They do play today. So at 3:00 today, you've got Hurricane Senators. That'll be the end of the Ottawa Senators campaign. We're going to talk in the off season at some point about the Ottawa Senators, because
it's like a Red Wings situation that they make the playoffs, but
it's bad. It's bad over there. Stars Wild play today, 5:30 Eastern, and then the Penguins get swept at 8:00 tonight.
That's it, folks. 2 series will be done by the end of today. And I think that's all. Thank you, everyone that has made it to this point. in the episode. We greatly appreciate it. Another day, another dub. Game 4 tomorrow night at 7 p.m. in Montreal. You already know we're going to be filming once again another episode for you. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button, you hit that like button, you leave a comment, and you hit that bell notification. It really helps us grow tremendously on YouTube, and we would really appreciate it. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and we post YouTube shorts. And make sure that you follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast content, we are there. Also, I want to give a special shout out to those of you watching on Facebook. We've been growing a lot on there recently, so thank you very much for those of you that have been following us there. That's all, folks. Usually we record in the evening, so I'd say bonne soirée, but au revoir et bon matin.